Last week, the Kansas Department of Health and Environment collaborated with media to make it appear that COVID cases declined in counties that adopted the governor's mask mandate, but increased elsewhere. Now, to be clear, it wasn't about whether masks are beneficial. It's strictly about whether government mandates work. And this video is going to show you how you were misled. Here's the headline in the Kansas City Star claiming that cases dropped in Kansas counties with mask orders, but rose in others. Now, the CDC study they reference was comparing the change in the 7-day rolling average of new cases per 100,000 of population. Let me repeat that. They weren't talking about whether the number of cases increased. They were looking at the percentage changes in the 7-day rolling average of new cases. Now, the state doesn't publish daily data, but we can look at the weekly change they publish for both groups of counties to see how they fared. Now, here on the left is the total number of cases per 100,000 of population in the mandate counties versus the counties without mandates. The counties with a mandate had 411 cases per 100,000 on July 3. And then you can see how that number of cases went up each week, finishing at 1,262 cases. That's a 207% increase. Here we see that cases in the counties without mandates went from 825 to 1,271, or a 54% increase. This middle section tracks the change in these numbers. So, for example, going from 411 to 526 cases is an increase of 114. Notice that in total, there were 851 new cases per 100,000 in the counties with mandates versus 446 new cases per 100,000 in the other counties. Here in the far right-hand side, we're tracking the percentage change. So, for example, going from 411 to 526 was 114 case increase. That's a 28% increase over 411 cases. And you can see how these percentages, it's the same thing week after week. Now let's look at the two charts. First, we'll let Excel create a chart for us tracking the percentage changes. And now it looks like the counties with a mask mandate had a big decline, while the counties without a mandate had a little bit of an increase and then tapered back down. But look how the picture changes when we track the actual number of cases. And now it's a dramatically different picture. The counties with a mask mandate at one point at the beginning were way below the counties without a mandate. But because this line increased by 207% and this line increased by 54%, now they have just about the same number of cases. Here's those same charts with all the labels added. And again, it looks like this one's going down. It presents a different picture than when you look at the actual number of cases growing. Now again, this isn't about whether masks are beneficial. Government and media are trying to convince you that mandates work, and you deserve to have all of the information to reach your own informed opinions.